Hello everybody, Ollamh here, and welcome back to the Lost Case Files of 221B Baker Street. That's right, we're back on track for doing multiple gameplays in the same week. So, this time it is the return of Jack the Ripper, which, still not sounding great. The #1 expert on Jack the Ripper's killed just before the opening of his new wax museum. Will Holmes be able to stop the Ripper from killing again? Yeah, that's not an indication that it's Jack the Ripper doing the killing.
Well, hello, Inspector Lestrade. How may we be of assistance to Scotland Yard?
There's been a mysterious murder in the Whitechapel district, Mr. Holmes. A rather nasty knifing.
I read about him in the daily papers. Lurie had been planning some sort of graven carnival at the murder scenes in all of Whitechapel.
And pocketing an untidy profit. Lurie was stabbed to death during the night, and the locals fear that the Ripper has returned to their streets to protect his identity.
A second chance to nab the Ripper, eh, Watson? The game is afoot.
Right, so everybody's kind of assuming that it's Jack the Ripper back again, but that's not really, there's no proof.
This is where Lurie was staying. We searched it fairly thoroughly, but we were unable to find anything useful to the investigation.
If you don't mind, I would rather draw my own conclusions.
By all means.
All right, so we have the poster. There are 2 posters for Laurie's wretched wax museum dedicated to the Ripper's crimes. On top of being distasteful, he was fairly lazy. There are pieces missing. Right, like the knife? Oh, okay, I have to actually place these. Okay. Wow, yeah, he just left out whole words and symbols? Now that's unusual. How did he, how? Just how? I don't get how he took some of this out or just somehow missed. Yeah, this just does not make any sense. Right, the lapels. Hat band. For a moment there, I thought it was like a belt. I'm like, a belt? Is somebody missing a belt? Just a complete corner of the poster was just left off? That makes no sense. There we go. So there's a mysterious symbol there. It is abhorrent to try and make money off something so terrible. And he planned to profit greatly. Right, so there's an eviction notice. The eviction notice is signed by Betsy Holloran, known as Sweet Betsy in a former life. She is now the owner of Mr. Laurie's tenement building. Laurie owed her more than 3 months' rent. Wow. Okay. So we have a police badge. Well, there's a police helmet. There's a police badge. Billy club. 2 sets of handcuffs. This is all seeming like he was like a serious enthusiast, but it almost feels like he was was he planning on impersonating a police officer? It's not surprising that police equipment belonging to Officer Bartleby has been found here. Bartleby is known to be deeply corrupt and takes protection payments from local businessmen. Okay, so there's another cause for somebody to want to murder him. Right, a derby. Or if you're actually in England, a bowler. The hatted gloves belong to Fingers Flanagan, a local pickpocket who occasionally worked for Mr. Lorry. Interesting. Okay, so we have wedding ring and 2 sets of keys. Well, there's 1 set, there's 2 sets. No information about the keys? That's kind of disappointing, really. Is that the wedding ring? Wedding ring, Mrs. Lorry, she took it off for just a
We should make our way to the wax museum as well. The killer made some dramatic alterations to the sets.
Right.
Ghastly.
And quite inaccurate, I fear.
Okay, so a pile of papers. Well, there's a knife. Pile of papers. Look here, Holmes. Someone has tried to destroy this document. Not well enough to prevent us from reconstructing it, though. Right. It's a petition of some sort. Okay. Right. Okay, that looks good. So now we need purple without a blotch. No, but it does need to be towards the top. There we go, yes. So now we know where the blotch goes. And right down the middle. Right down the middle. That goes there, obviously. Okay. So... Right. Wow, I'm actually doing a whole lot better at this than I thought I would be. All right, forever ban Mr. Ian Lorry from opening the wax museum or novelty shop that profits from the glories of the Whitechapel murder. It's a petition to have the museum removed. And its author was Nate Reynolds, a reporter for the London Times. He's been hounding Lorry about the Ripper. Reynolds covered the story back in '88. He was leading an effort to stop the carnival. Right, so now we're just, okay. So yeah, there's a lot of people that were after Lorry that had, that were not Jack the Ripper, obviously. All right, smoking jacket. No, that was just a green jacket, green top. Notebook. Wax head. Jack the Ripper, the perpetrator of the infamous Whitechapel murders in 1888, was never caught. Lorry claimed that he knew the true identity of the Ripper, but now the world will never know. Yeah, he claimed a lot of things, and all of which was in order to try and sell tickets and get people in here to probably avoid getting evicted. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's, I mean, this was a money-making. The petition against the museum was being circulated by Mr. Nate Reynolds, a reporter for the London Times. Reynolds covered the original. Yeah, we already know that. Thank you. All Alright, so pistol, smoking jacket. Charlie the Charmer, the local crime boss, was upset that Laurie wanted to raise the profits of the traditional sordid neighborhood. Right. So now we just need a wrench. So yeah, like I said, a lot of people were not happy with him. The tools are property of Miss Murphy. She owns the warehouse.
It looks as if Nate Reynolds, the reporter, has been spending quite a bit of time here.
Do we consider him a friend or a foe?
We'll have to wait and see. Regardless, it looks like he's been interviewing our suspects. We should pay him a visit at his London Times office.
All right.
It appears that Mr. Reynolds is not in.
Well, that doesn't mean we can't look around. I mean, technically it means we shouldn't look around, but yeah. Watson, look at this map. I cannot make heads nor tails of it. I'm guessing it's like the sewers? Yeah, that looks like sewers. But why is this spot indicated on the sewer map? I often theorize that the Ripper could have made use of the sewer system to escape the scenes of the crimes. It may be worth exploring further. Really, Holmes? The sewers? Why not? Just random underpants hanging around? The watch, chain, and pipe could only belong to Eddie Dent, a neighborhood loan shark who has funded Laurie's recent scheme. Any delay in the Wax Museum's opening would have meant a severe penalty to Laurie's debt. Right. Okay. Right, stockings, so another piece of women's clothing, I'm guessing. Boots. Ladies' garments belong to Doc Susie.
Did you bring your hip waders, Mr. Lestrade?
Why would I need such a preposterous accessory?
I wouldn't want your new suit ruined in the sewers.
The sewers? You're not suggesting we actually go down there, are you? And how did you know my suit was new?
There's no suggestion about it. We must follow this map. As for your suit, your tailor neglected to erase the chalk marks on your hems. You should really have a word with him.
Right, so down into the London sewers. Another game with a sewer.
This must be near the spot indicated on Reynolds' map.
I surely hope so. It is utterly vile down here.
So yeah, yet another game with a sewer level, if you will. All right, so British Army medals, box of medals. It pains me to see them so disorganized. Right, so now we have to. There we go. Finally got it. H-E? Murders belong to Henry Eddowes, a decorated war hero. He has lived a troubled life since returning from the war. He is frequently arrested for public drunkenness. Oh my. So I would say he definitely has a little hidey hole down here. Right, another tin toy soldier. There you're hiding. Doll's tea service. Bag of marbles. Spinning top. Cup and bowl. The children's toys belong to Mad Jack Siskov, a madman and vagrant who lives in the sewers just outside Laurie's Wax Museum. Newspaper clippings. A photograph of the victim. That's a little odd. Let's see, a military knife and 2 bottles of liquor.
Listen closely. Those footsteps are the sound of our killer approaching. Now quickly, hide.
And we have to go back and find out figure out who's coming around the corner. All right, so right. Wearing stripes. Somebody with a hat wearing stripes. Somebody with earrings wearing stripes. I can't tell. Oh, yeah, there's her stripes. Okay, so earrings and glasses. Earrings and a black jacket. All right, so you have glasses. You have glasses.
I must say, that was
There we
excellent.
go. Okay. Yeah, it could really be any of these guys. It could really be any of them. All of them had very good reasons. I'm pretty sure it was not Jack, the actual Jack the Ripper. But okay, so I think we're ready.
Perfect.
So it wasn't his wife.
I'm afraid not.
No? Okay.
That's it.
Right, the bottle changed. Okay.
Brilliant. Perfect.
I'm gonna guess Mr. Reynolds.
Well done.
Nope, not
You got
Mr.
it.
Reynolds. One of the people he owed money to, maybe? Well, now, who
Yes.
did the killing and who hired the killing? That's the question.
Yes.
Because Mr. Eddowes could have done the killing,
Exactly right.
but he was hired to do the killing.
Righto.
And also, he was living
Nice
right
work.
there, and yes, that's who it was. So he was living, like, right underneath or right next to that.
Holmes! A magnificent blow. So Henry Eddowes was the killer, but not the Ripper.
Right.
Yes, I noticed much of the interest in one of the Ripper's original victims, Mary Ann Kelly, but her real name was Kate Eddowes.
Oh.
A relation to Henry Eddowes?
Her brother.
Poor chap. From what I can see, he served his country well in the military, but I fear he's suffering from shell shock. He's not in his right mind.
He confronted Lurie about his plans to mark the anniversary of the murders and pleaded with him to cease. But Lurie would have none of it. I'm certain Lurie lost his temper and attempted to strike Eddowes.
But Eddowes was a decorated soldier. Lurie was no match against him.
And in his troubled state, Eddowes clearly overreacted.
then Edo's actions could be taken as self-defense.
Yes, they could.
They could indeed, and with his medical record, I'm sure we can get him the help he so sorely needs.
Congratulations.
So yeah, there was actually a little bit there that we didn't know and couldn't know was the relationship between Edo's and one of Jack the Ripper's victims. That was kind of an FU to the player here, because it's like I saw no indication that there was a connection between Edo's and one of the Ripper's victims. But okay, so now we have the second set of the first shelf, and we also have our bonus story 1, which we will get to probably Monday of next week, I'm thinking. I'm not entirely sure. We'll figure it out. As always, thank you guys very much for watching, and don't forget to prod the subscribe button down below so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Cheerio!
Hey, thanks for watching to the end. If you like our videos, you can help the channel grow by giving it a like and sharing it for others to enjoy. If you want to help the channel out even more, you can find our Patreon link right down there. And of course, other videos here to enjoy yourself.